Good morning. I'm excited. I got my book finished yesterday. Took a couple days to get it done, but that was fun. The Art of War. I hope you guys check it out. And whenever I finish up a large project like that, I like to follow it up with some shorter video clips. And when I made my tarot card video, well, the one about the Greater Trumps, that's the other book that I'm working on right now, it reminded me of another way that I use tarot cards, and that is as a form of meditation. And after I did that video, I don't know when it was, I wrote a blog about meditating with tarot cards. And so the gist of it is, here's that other, I also spoke about the other deck that I have that's really beautiful. These cards are lovely. It came in a set. It came with this book, and you can see all my little tabs. And the tabs tell you a little about each card. And then here's just a little flip through. You can see some of these cards. I don't know if they're upside down or backwards. I don't have my glasses on. But oh, here's a beautiful one. Okay, these are stunning cards. See, here's, put my glasses on for a minute. Yeah, I knew it was the Fool, but okay. Here's the card that I meditated on. This is not the deck that I chose, but let's take this card for instance. Meditating can be incredibly rewarding. It's rewarding for you in that it can give you a sense of peace, and it can help you. The biggest benefit that I have found is that you can find a way to focus. Our lives are so busy that it is sometimes incredibly difficult to focus, even when you make the concerted effort to say, okay, I'm going to learn how to meditate. And I've written about this in my blog on Keen.com. I'll put the link below. That is where I take phone calls from people. If you have issues going on in your life and you want to talk to me, I'm busier these days, so you've got to make an appointment to talk to me. You'd have to contact me on Facebook, on Sincerest Kimba, facebook.com Sincerest Kimba. And anyway, so if you want to talk to me, that's how you can get in touch with me, and then we can make an appointment and we can talk. But on there, I have a blog, and when the mood strikes, I write about things that help people gain personal empowerment. In a nutshell, that's what I do. And healing, metaphysical stuff, things that I like to study. Back to the card. So the other day, after I made the video on the Greater Trumps, it reminded me of a practice that I did a few weeks back where I was focused on this particular card. And I used the other deck, but they're all the same. They all hold a certain power and a certain energy level. So one way that you can use tarot cards, if you have a set in your drawer that you haven't used, and you're drawn to them, but you're not sure what to do with them, pull one of the major arcana, and that is, if you have tarot cards, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can go back and look at, I've got a video set that goes over the tarot cards one by one. So the Fool is in the major arcana. It is the 0 point, and it is the beginning. It is the everything. It is the nothing. And so I meditated on this card. Basically, I left it out for about a week. I put it in a place where I am every day. It was in my den on my little table where I sit every day. And I would just pick it up when I felt like it. I would look at it. And I wouldn't try to think. I would just look at it and just take in whatever the card was saying to me. I didn't try to understand it. I just allowed it. I looked at it and I allowed it. So if you are trying to understand the tarot cards and what they mean to you and what they can do for you, what I said in that other video, and you can go back to the Greater Trumps, check it out. It's a brief video. These cards speak to us on a subconscious level. They help us to get in touch with parts of ourselves that generally we are disconnected from. So this is not the work of the devil. This is one way that you can help get in touch with the deeper side of who you are. And what came of this was several things. Number one, I ended up doing a piece of artwork, and I sold a print from it already, which is pretty cool. And so that came of it. And several epiphanies came to me, and I'm not going to share those with you now, but it can be a very powerful thing to focus on just one card for a while. So I did this over the course of about a week, and I just wanted to take in what this card was telling me, because I feel like we're kind of at a nexus point. We're at a 0 point where we're getting ready to open a door into a whole new way. And whatever, I was drawn to this card, so I just allowed it. And when I first started meditating several years ago, it would have been helpful to know this, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. So that's one card that I think is incredibly powerful. Every one of these cards is incredibly powerful. That is why people are drawn to them. That's why they can feel a little scary, because they are speaking to you, or speaking to a part of you that you generally never pay attention to. It's an incredibly powerful part of yourself. When I first started meditating, even when I tried to do it in a way that, I was focused, I said, okay, I want to learn about meditation. I don't know anything about it, but apparently I need to learn about it. I need peace in my life, and I need to learn how to focus. So what I read several years back is that when you first start trying to meditate, it can take quite a while before you can feel anything. Now, you might feel it right away, but there is a real possibility that each time you meditate, for the first month even, okay, that you won't get anything out of it. You won't think that you are. However, you are. It takes a while to open that door, because if you think about it, you have spent a lifetime avoiding those parts of yourself. And so it takes a while to reopen that door. So at first, things that can happen when you meditate is you're going to be distracted. Okay, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to be like, okay, I'm going to think about nothing. Or I'm going to get back to why I think this is a powerful way to do this. But at first, when you meditate and you close your eyes, if you do it the regular way, you are going to get distracted. Oh, I need to go pick up the laundry, or nobody gets that anymore. I need to go to the grocery store, or, the kids need shoes, or whatever. All that stuff's going to come through your head. As it does, wipe it away. Okay? And there's several techniques. One that I have used is pretend you have a chalkboard and you just erase it. Erase that idea, move on. And keep batting those other ideas out of your head until you get to the point where there's nothing else there. Now, you can choose to focus on nothing. You can choose to focus on one thing, okay? Peace, whatever. Choose a word. And so there are a million ways to meditate, okay? Once you get the other ideas, the monkey mind chatter to shut up, another thing that can happen is you're probably just going to fall asleep, because we're all exhausted, okay? We're running around, we're doing stuff we don't want to do, we don't make time for ourselves. This is another reason why meditation is a good idea. So finally, when you get all the chatter to shut up, then you fall asleep, which is fine, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Keep doing it. So what I did is over a month, I just kept at it. And at first, I felt nothing. And then eventually it's like, you know what? Maybe there was a little something there. Okay. And then a little bit. And I'm not going to tell you right now what comes in, because I think everybody has different reactions to this. Okay. But eventually, I can tell you it's incredibly powerful to be able to focus, because we are constantly distracted in a way that takes away our power. And if you want to take your power back, if you even want to know, okay, what is she talking about? Because it's different for everyone, start meditating. It does allow you to have peace in your life. It helps you to reclaim your body, okay? It helps to reconnect your mind and your body, okay, which are disconnected, mine was anyway. It was a complete disconnection. But it does take some time. Now, you can shortcut that by using a form of focus. If you use a strong form of focus, it can be anything. But I'm saying if you have tarot cards, I'm going back to this, these cards are incredibly powerful. Okay? They have been, in a sense, reading them, working with them is a form of meditation. If you put your focus on something over and over and over again, you are meditating on that. Other forms of meditation are hobbies. That's why hobbies are important, because you're using your hands, you're using your mind, and you're going from point A to Z, a start and a finish point, to finish a project. And it doesn't matter what it is. It can be crocheting, it can be drawing, it can be metalwork, it can be gardening, it can be cooking, so long as you're mindful when you do it. Okay? You're not completely distracted. Put your focus in exactly what you're doing. So, however you attempt to meditate, put your complete focus there for however long you are there. And that is the key to get the most out of it. Also, keep a journal. That is a way to go back and remember things, because we forget easily. It's easy to forget things. So right now, you know what? All the kids are doing the back to school thing. I don't know where it is, but my journal books, I think I've got one on either side of this photo right now. They were 49 cents at Kroger. They're $3 at Walmart. Go do the math. I don't know why there's so much there, but I love them. And so I stock up when it's back to school time. By journaling, and I'm not saying you got to write a book, even if you don't like to write, but putting pen to paper or pencil to paper, there's also something to that. Okay, even if you're just jotting down a line or two, it helps you to remember. It helps you, and whenever I write things down, what ends up happening is I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this too. Oh yeah, that happened too. And I end up retaining more. Whenever I meditate, I'll usually get some kind of a thought will come to me. Okay, and then I just kind of let that be the theme for a while, usually the whole day, until the next thing comes to me. Okay, and I just allow that, not in a strong way, but I allow that to kind of be my theme. It's like, okay, I need to think about whatever it is. This card, the Fool. I'm just going to think about the Fool. Being the Fool, what is the Fool? The Fool is zero. What is zero? What is the beginning? What is the end? What is this guy trying to tell me? Okay, and I just, I don't do it in a, overbearing. I do it in an allowing way. Okay, and that is how I have taught myself to be more mindful and to notice things that otherwise I wouldn't, and to use my own focus for my highest good. Okay, to keep moving things forward in a way that is helpful to me, where I don't feel like, I'm just being battered around by whatever circumstances are coming my way out of the blue, because they're not, they don't. But I know that now because I've learned to harness my focus. So anyway, that's how I meditate. That's one way to meditate, and having a focal point, whether it be a piece of religious art, if that's what you want to focus on it. Whatever catches your attention, okay? And it is because that's the difficult part about meditating at first, okay? Once you get in the groove, you can do it anywhere. The key is to get to a point where you're always in a state of focus, yet it's a loose focus. It's a form of like a Zen meditation all the time, no matter what you're doing, whether you're washing dishes, whether you're at the grocery store, whether you're whatever. okay? Because when you learn to meditate, and at first I'm going to tell you, it's going to feel like you're not doing anything. It's going to feel like, oh, this stuff doesn't work. That it is working. It just takes some time. Give yourself the time, because you will gain a sense of peace. You will gain so much just by this one thing. So focus on nothing, or focus on one thing. If you love to, whatever your hobby is, and you just made something, just take that one item and look at it. Just look at it and say, why does this catch my attention? Just look at it, and don't even try to make any determination. Just look at it. Because that's the hard part with meditation, is to keep your mind from going elsewhere. So find something strong for you to look at so that it won't go elsewhere, or when it does, it's easier to draw it right back. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this, and take care. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you meditate on? What do you think about meditation? What do you think about tarot cards? Take care.